Hello, my name is Pedro Martínez, and I will explain the MVC design pattern. So, the MVC or Model View Controller is a software architecture this pattern which separates the presentation of information from the user's interaction. So the parts of the of MVC is model, view, and controller. So this model defines application with three logic layers. So the business layer is a model logic, the display layer is a view logic, and the input control is control logic. So the first one is the model, and the model is responsible for managing the data of the application. It responds to the request from the view, and it also responds to instruction from the controller to update itself. The model is the lowest level of the pattern, which is responsible for maintaining data, and the model represents the application core. The view. So the view displays the data. So for the database records, a view requests information from the model that it needs to generate an output presentation. MVC is often seen in web application, where an example is the view is the HTML page. The controller is the part of the application that handles user interaction. Typically, controllers read data from a view, controller user input, and send input data to the model. There is example of workflow in the MVC. So the user see the view, the user use the controller, and the controller manipulates the model, and the model updates the view. I will show you an example, a project with this design pattern. So the principal characteristic is the MVC needs to have three folders who contains the controllers, the models, and the views. And we have one folder for controllers, one folder for the models, and another folder for the views. An example of the model is this. And there is all the data that will be stored in the database. There is an example of a controller who contains all the functions, all the instructions to process the business logic and the incoming requests. And the last one, the view, this is a HTML view who contains the text, the labels, and There is a component is used for all the UI logic of the application, and this is the example of the view for the user. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoy this explanation of the what is MVC about.